persuaded that man is an unhappy animal, abandoned and forced to find his own way in life. Nature has never known anything like him. He suffers 1,000-fold more from his so-called freedom than from his imprisonment in natural existence. Not surprisingly, he often longs to be a flower or some other plant. When you come to a point where you want to live like a plant, fully unconscious, then you have come to despair of humanity. But why shouldn't I exchange places with a flower? I already know what it means to be man, to live in history, have ideals. What else is in it for me? To be a man is, of course, a great thing, but it is mainly a tragedy, because to be human means to live in a totally different way, more complex and more dramatic than natural existence. Life's tragic character gradually disappears as you go down the scale toward the inanimate realm. Man tends to monopolize tragedy and suffering in the world. That's why salvation for him is a burning, insoluble question.
I'm not proud to be a man, because I know only too well what it is to be man. Only those who have not experienced this state intensely are proud of it, because they intend to become men. Their delight is natural. There are among men some who are not far above plants or animals, and therefore aspire to humanity. But those who know what it means to be man long to be anything but. If I could, I would choose every day another form, plant or animal. I would be all flowers, one by one, with thistle or rose. A tropical tree with a tangle of branches, seaweed cast by the shore, or mountain whipped by winds. Bird of prey, a croaking bird, or a bird with melodious song, beast of the forest, or tame animal. Let me live the life of every species, widely and unself-consciously. Let me try out the entire spectrum of nature. Let me change gracefully, discreetly, as if it were the most natural procedure. How I would search the nest and the caves, wander the deserted mountains and the sea, the hills and the plains. Only a cosmic adventure of this kind, a series of metamorphoses in the plant and animal realms, would reawaken in me the desire to become man again. If the difference between man and animal lies in the fact that the animal can only be an animal, whereas man can also be not man, that is, something other than himself, then I'm not man.
suffer and think, my presence in this world will disturb a few tranquil lives and will unsettle the unconscious and pleasant naivete of others. Although I feel that my tragedy is the greatest in history, greater than the fall of empires, I am nevertheless aware of my total insignificance. I am absolutely persuaded that I am nothing in this universe. Yet I feel that mine is the only real existence. If I had to choose between the world and me, I would reject the world, its lights and laws, unafraid to glide alone in absolute nothingness. Although life for me is torture, I cannot renounce it, because I do not believe in the absolute values in whose name I would sacrifice myself. If I were to be totally sincere, I would say that I do not know why I live and why I do not stop living. The answer probably lies in the irrational character of life, which maintains itself without a reason. What if there were only absurd motives for living? Could they still be called motives? This world is not worth a sacrifice in the name of an idea or a belief.
How much happier are we today because others have died for our well-being and our enlightenment? Well-being, enlightenment. If anybody had died so that I could be happy, then I would be even more unhappy, because I do not want to build my life on a graveyard. There are moments when I feel responsible for all the suffering in history, since I cannot understand why some have shed blood for us. It would be a great irony if we could determine that they were happier than we are. Let history crumble into dust. Why should I bother? Let death appear in a ridiculous light. Suffering, limited and unrevealing. Enthusiasm, impure. Life, rational. Life's dialectics, logical rather than demonic. Despair, minor and partial. Eternity, just a word. The experience of nothingness, an illusion. Fatality, a joke. I seriously ask myself, what is the meaning of all this? Why raise questions, throw light, or see shadows? Wouldn't it be better if I buried my tears in the sand on a seashore in utter solitude? But I never cried, because my tears had always turned into thoughts. And my thoughts are as bitter as tears.